Welcome all. Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Thank you all for being here today. I'm delighted to present a very, very eclectic and extremely talented panel here. I'm going to do brief introductions because if I go on about everyone, the session will end. First of all, we have here Huma Mobeen. Huma is the most decorated and awarded creative professional. She's a creative director. Her work has been groundbreaking and has certainly addressed many issues related to gender, culture, and representation of women. We have here Noreen. Noreen is at Saatchi. Noreen has also done extensive work in advertising, in creative work, and she's certainly someone who's not afraid to come up with questions that challenge the status quo. We have Irtiza. Irtiza is in the development sector. His area of expertise is advancing solutions for Pakistan's problems in the development sector. And we have Shahrukh. Shahrukh is a journalist. She is with AFP based in Islamabad. Thank you all for being here today. I think when we look at the media, generally speaking, people think of the media in a very linear way, and they sort of limit it to what is in the news. And that's a very unfair assumption. The media is made up of many different segments. You have advertising, you have film, you have music, you have the arts, you have reporting, you have so many different facets, so many different roles. And one of the issues that keeps coming up is how gender is placed in the media and what gender means. Is it about the people working in these various sectors, or is it how they're being represented, and what reality is? Now, this panel is extremely interesting because we have people from advertising, we have people from the development sector, and we have people from journalism as well. So starting off with Huma, I'd like to hear your thoughts initially about what do you mean when we talk about gender in advertising? Is there even a concept of it, or is it just about sales?
So that's an interesting question for Pakistan. Initially, when advertising started, female were used as just an accessory, if I can say that, to sell razor se leke aadmiyon ke kapde, matlab jahan pe sense bhi nahi banta tha. We've come a long way now, but in Pakistan as a community, as a country, we're still way back. Like, now you're seeing when, aapke bartan dho rahe the ya washing powder tha, it was all women who were leading that. So that sort of does feed into the mindset that ye sirf aurat ka kaam hai. And now you're seeing a bit of shift, not to the degree that we'd want it to be, not to the degree that we've pushed the concepts in boardrooms, ke ye nahi hona chahiye aur is tarike se karna chahiye. But the point of the matter is that the decision makers in the end do want ke nahi ye bahut out there ho jayega, like women are not going to be happy about it, when on the contrary, actually women will be very happy about it because wo kahin na kahin subconscious mein aapke feed ho jata hai. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Huma, I know you have a very different take on this, and I'm going to get back to you in a second. But Shahrukh, what Huma basically said about, women being out there. Now, as a journalist, your experience of gender is very different because what we see on screen is very different to what we report. Yeah. And I'm saying we here because I come from the journalistic background as well. How do you view it? Where, Huma just said that women doing something different is easy, bahut out there ho jayega, the ladies out ho jayengi. And then you have what you do, which is reporting, and ground reality is it's horrific. Yeah. There's nothing out there. We're not even close.
We are not, and you're absolutely right. So I'll start with an example. I was reporting last year before the elections, and while I was doing my research, I found that there's this village in Androon, Punjab, where women were not allowed to vote. And hum kaun si century mein, and finding that out कि अभी भी औरतों को वोट देने की इजाज़त नहीं है, and it's a small village कहने को. And I went there and I spoke to women there, and they were educated women with दो masters उन्होंने किए हुए थे, bachelors किए हुए थे, principals, teachers, students, and they were not allowed to vote. Yeah. And when I asked them like why, they said our husbands, our sons, the men there, they don't allow us to vote. तो वो reality से, like you said, it's completely different, and it was a shock for someone like who's lived in the country all their lives. It's like women are not allowed to vote in this century. And yeah, but there were, since we're talking about this, there was this one woman who was actually an activist there, and she was not educated, and she was fighting for all the women in that village. And she said that it is our right, and all the men in the village hate me, but I'm gonna give them the right to vote, and I'm gonna fight for them. So yeah, ground realities बहुत different होती हैं, and it's heartbreaking and shocking at times. Yeah.
No, this is really fascinating because when you have nothing to lose, right? That's when you often see women coming out and fighting more. But Huma, when you have everything to lose, you still find women fighting and questioning कि जी आप मुझे जीने दें. And this is your argument that when we're talking about gender and representation, it's not just what you see, but it's also behind the scenes. The people, for example, like you said, the women working in advertising as employees. Yeah. You've got a lot to lose. You've got family, you've got, your home, everything is at stake. But here you are. How do you feel about that?
For you, yeah.
So, first of all, talking about advertising. Advertising, I think, has a dual role to play. It can either perpetuate the stereotypes or it can challenge them. In case of Pakistan, I think over the years we have perpetuated the stereotypes. We haven't done much to challenge it. And answer to that is, or the solution to that problem is not very simple, it's multi-layered. Yeah. Because we as creatives, first of all, for the longest time, the portrayal of women, we were seeing women characters through the eyes of men. Because women were not working in the advertising agencies. Or I'm going to give my example, and I've been in the field for more than a decade, it's been 13 years. और जब मैंने join किया था, until date, people do not understand what women in advertising agencies do. So जब मैं उनसे कहती हूँ that I work in an advertising agency, they mostly say कि अच्छा model.
आप मीडिया में काम करती हैं.
आप मीडिया में तो अच्छा, so if you say advertising तो
अलग काम करती हैं आप मीडिया.
तो exactly तो वो कहते हैं कि अच्छा modeling and stuff ना, तो फिर मैं उनको explain करती हूँ कि no, it's about ideas and stuff, but उन्हें समझ नहीं आती. तो पहली बात तो ये कि for the longest time women were not there, so we were not looking at those roles through the eyes of women. But पिछले एक decade में ये ज़रूर हुआ है that we are seeing a lot of women working in the advertising agency, for example, and we are looking at women at a very empowered roles. For example, the agency that I'm working for, Aisle Saatchi & Saatchi, we have the managing partner is a woman, the CEO is a woman, then we have the strategy director is a woman, then we see women designing in the design department, they are the animators, creative department में आ गए, heads of creative department, for example, you can look at me. So, अब at least ये तो आ गया कि representation हो गई. So that's one way of going about it. But उससे आगे बात ये आती है कि at the end of the day, जो सेठ ने decide करना है ना, वो वही है. Because जो advertising है ना, ये entertainment जो है, drama में फिर margin आ जाता है. But the purpose of advertising at the end of the day is that you need a return on the investment. It comes down to that. It comes down to the commercial aspect of it. Yeah. So the state actually wants profit out of it. और वो ये कहते हैं कि we have to make an ad for the masses. जबकि masses में तो women भी population है ना. So basically when they say masses, they're talking about the patriarchal mindset.
Right. Now, this is really fascinating because you said that, profit is the end game here. Irtaza is on the board for a NGO called Safe Delivery, Safe Mother. And what they did was, and this was covered in the media as well, was they sort of utilized advertising to address the issue of maternal mortality, an issue that is very much hidden in Pakistan क्योंकि औरतों से बच्चे पैदा करवाना तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन जब औरतें वफ़ात पा जाती हैं बच्चे पैदा करके, उसके बारे में कोई बंदा बात नहीं करता क्योंकि उसमें फिर concepts of honor आ जाती है. There's a lot of क्या कहते हैं, not shame, but there's a lot of embarrassment surrounding this area. इर्तिज़ा, जब ये आप लोग काम कर रहे थे जनूबी पंजाब में और वहाँ के हालात तो बहुत ही ख़राब होते हैं अक्सर क्योंकि South Punjab is basically seen as the dumping area of mainstream Punjab. The advertising campaign that you had conducted with, I think it was one of the major brands based in Pakistan, And वहाँ पे the idea was to address issues relating to women's access to healthcare. मतलब एक औरत है, she's about to give birth, and it's clear that she needs medicine, she needs access to a hospital. But अक्सर कहा जाता है कि जी बिस्तरा नहीं है, and you're thinking बिस्तरा नहीं है, बिस्तरा नहीं है, मतलब आप. So how did you feel about? Did you have any expectations from the advertising world कि शायद ये कुछ awareness पैदा करेंगे या कोई narrative बदल सकते हैं?
मेरी सबसे जो different चीज़ थी ना कि unlike a lot of other brands, we didn't have a lot of money. So having all those bells and whistles, as you call it, we couldn't afford it. So based on whatever money we had to come up with a campaign which basically highlighted the issue that at the end of the day, it's an human life that you have to save. And it's all about what all you can do. So with the help of that particular brand, we integrated their product in such a way that one, it was low cost, and also it was very close to their home. So the location we chose was basically Gilgit because we were doing a project at Gilgit at that particular time. And we highlighted all the issues that there are signals issue. So the father was trying to call a doctor, but there were no signals. The hospital over there was no bed. So then we integrated that particular brand at how we can have sort of like a mobile hospital. And then we tried to show them that at the end of the day, just because of a proper intervention, very basic facilities, the lady was able to deliver a very healthy girl baby. So the idea was to incorporate the whole gender thing from the very start to the end. So if you look at that particular campaign, the ambulance driver was a girl, the doctor or the midwife was a girl, everyone. And we also made sure that the father was properly represented, so he was seen very joyous after the delivery of the baby girl. So this was again very representative of the work we do. As you mentioned, so South Punjab, we do a lot of work, we do all across Pakistan, but the challenges are very different because each area has their own socio-cultural differences, and we have to be very careful that we, at the end of the day, we have to tell them a solution. So it's not a product that they have to use and maybe discard it, it's more about the actual impact that we are doing. So with all those nuances in hand, we have to be, again, very careful. So what Huma was mentioning, that we cannot be very ambitious with our experiments, but what we try to do is basically to show ground realities. The other thing that we have sort of like different from most of these other campaigns is that because of limited spend, these are not like TV ads. These are either digital campaigns or small documentaries that are probably shown at a very safe space or a very limited level. So over there, we try to play around with something, but again, the constraints are similar to what the panelists have shared.
Now, you've mentioned documentaries, Shahrukh. This is, I think, where you and I, or hamari dukhti rag ek hai, ki, what you see on screen, right? Whether it's dramas or whether it's advertising, it's very different to our experiences in terms of what we come across stories of gender-based violence or honor killings or whatever. And I'm certain, and I'd love to hear Noreen and Huma, your thoughts on this. But Shahrukh, how do you feel that when you come home and you've just done these stories about, for example, you said that these women aren't allowed to vote, and you switch on the TV thinking, you know what, let's just switch off, and then there you have it, this glamorous, beautiful, slim, gori, chitti ladki, badi khush hai, tyaar shyar ho ke ghar pe khana paka rahi hoti, and you're thinking, I just covered a story about a woman being burned by oil. How do you feel, Shahrukh, when you see that? Isn't it jarring, or do you feel that you're living in two different universes, not even worlds?
No. It angers me at times.
Yeah.
It's depressing and it's sad, especially like when you say that जब हम जाके देखते हैं that the ground reality is completely different from what they show on TV. And I feel like it's important for the media to start talking about things and problems that are real, that matter, and that could bring a change. एक औरत को इस तरह दिखा देना कि oh, she's all well and she's surrounded by her family, cooking and cleaning, not very impactful. I think media needs to focus on stories that matter, that might bring some progress in the future that help women and girls in educating them, in spreading awareness, them knowing about their rights. I think media का बहुत बड़ा role है, and ground reporting is where it's important, and I think वही realities दिखानी भी चाहिए लोगों को कि ओ ये हो रहा है, और साथ solutions भी बताने चाहिए. And I feel like सिर्फ victims भी नहीं, we should show heroes as well. There are women, like I mentioned, कि वो उस गांव में, उस एक गांव में women were not allowed to vote, but there was this one hero who was fighting for the entire village. And I feel like women like her are also important to be talked about. And इस तरह की औरतों को देख के बाकी औरतों को motivation मिलती है. And media has a role, an important role when it comes to that.
Noreen, Huma,
So,
please.
I do understand where you're coming from, because I was in BBDO for 5 years, and we had, like, you know, Pepsi and Lay's और ये सारे हम ही ha ha chugging shot and all of that वो करते थे. But there was some aspect of it which was considered to be award-winning things. But it was we focused on socially impactful campaigns where we worked on, for example, Truck Our Child Finder. There is no government agency to locate missing children, and so we decided to go for this. That was a very cost-effective campaign. I had my daughter on और मैं वो ट्रक अड्डे पे खड़ी हुई बना रही थी, portraits उनसे बनवा रही थी. And here's the thing, जो सेठ वाली भी बात है वो भी मैं बताऊं कि 20 ट्रक निकले, and we ended up finding 7 missing children. Yeah? And then we were like, oh, now we're going to do the Karachi chapter. And they're like, no. They only had to give us the paint ke dibbe. But the state said no. Like, ये सदका जारिया ही हो सकता था. आपने 20 ट्रक, that's a success rate of 35%. मतलब you reunited 7 missing children. आप क्या क्या नहीं कर सकते. And till this date, I'm on jury on a lot of international shows. And whenever there comes a thing, ke, oh, which campaign inspires you the most in the world? I see Truck Our Child Finder, टप मेरे आंसू बहते कि यार सिर्फ कोटा सोडा और चिप्स नहीं बेचे मैंने. We did something impactful. And similarly, you know, like, I feel कि पहले pads के बारे में इतनी openly बात नहीं होती थी, right? I know I did a case study for a friend who did Embrace का जो launch हुआ था, and they showed like CGI animated, but the blood was red for the first time. And माशाल्लाह से हमारे पैमरा ने ही उसको ब्लॉक कर दिया, क्योंकि लड़की को आप थप्पड़ मारो कुछ करो वो acceptable है. You show a marital rape, that's acceptable, but God forbid periods अगर red हो जाएं, you know. So but then it has come to a point. I'm so happy that we have, you know, we have our help working with us, right? And there was a time they'd be like, no, Baji, we don't need pads. But now they do. And I'm so happy. This is where, you know, आपने बात कर करके पैड्स के बारे में कर करके कि वो एक नॉर्मल जो लड़की जिसके गांव में उसको बोलते थे कपड़ा पहनो, अब वो बोलती है नहीं मुझे पैड चाहिए. सो दीज एड्स समवेयर और द अदर ना वो एक माइंडसेट को ठक ठक करके एक सुराख तो बन रहा है ना कहीं. So yeah, that's what I feel works.
When you, if I'm allowed to speak.
No, please.
You're talking about periods, and I feel like during the 2022 floods, ख़वातीन और domestic violence पे बहुत बात हो रही थी, and उस time पे I feel like बहुत ज़्यादा periods पे बात होना शुरू हुई और women hygiene के ऊपर. And I was talking to my colleagues and I was like, we never spoke about this and we never wrote stories about this. And when we started reporting about women's hygiene during the floods, Dawn पे, Tribune पे, सब national newspapers पे भी periods के बारे में बात हो रही थी. And I realized it takes a disaster for us to talk about important things in this country, unfortunately. But yeah.
That's the way it is. Noreen, आपके क्या ख्यालात हैं इस पे?
So advertising का as far as objectification of women is concerned, वो अभी भी है, and it's there to stay. क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है जो हमारे parents की generation थी ना, they were the followers. And I'm glad जो हमारी generation है ना, us as parents and हमारे बच्चे, they question everything.
We're challengers.
So, you know, we are challengers. They were followers and they didn't do much about anything, honestly speaking. When I look back, और मुझे अफसोस भी होता है, लेकिन अब, you know, people are actually questioning things. तो इसलिए एक उम्मीद ज़रूर है, but as creatives, हम change लेकर आना चाहते हैं, and we do talk about change and we talk about concepts जहाँ हम we can show a woman in a more empowered role. और stereotypes की बात करें तो वो एक endless debate है, क्योंकि आज भी When we have to show a woman who is a homemaker, हम उसे शलवार कमीज़ में एंड लाइटर मेकअप में दिखाएंगे, लेकिन जैसे ही हमने दिखाना होगा कि एक नेगेटिव जो मुझे लगता है कि अब there is no such thing as positive or negative, there is no such thing as black and white, we all have shades of black, white and grey and what not. लेकिन वैसे दिखाना है तो हम उसे एक डार्कर लिपस्टिक एंड वेस्टर्न अटायर में दिखाते हैं. आई जस्ट डोंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई, बट वेस्टर्न अटायर में एक बेचारी औरत घर का भी तो खाना बना सकती है. मतलब व्हाई आरंट वी गेटिंग देयर? सो आई रिमेंबर टपाल के लिए जब वी प्रपोज दिस आइडिया और पहली बार फवाद खान ने चाय बनाई, तो वो भी एक बहुत अजीब सी बात थी. अच्छा, बंदा कैसे चाय बना सकता है? वो कैसे हो सकता है? या नेशनल फूड्स में हमने बंदे को किचन में लाकर खाना बनवा दिया, तो कैसे? तो and then but it got accepted. So you say that advertising and media is a reflection of the society. I say do not, it should not be a mere reflection of the society. We should be talking about that change that we could bring. It should be more than that. हम reflection तक ही क्यों बैठे हुए हैं? फिर तो हम उसी mindset से कभी निकल ही नहीं पाएंगे.
I completely agree. और ये जो आपने बात की है कि जो ख़वातीन घर पे होती हैं और इस तरह, when I wrote Pakistan, a fashionable history. Now, because the book was on the history of the fashion industry in Pakistan and how Pakistani culture came about, a lot of people came to me and they said, "Ji, ये जब आपने किताब लिखी थी, आप fashion designers के साथ फिर आपकी दोस्तियाँ होंगी?" I said, "नहीं जी, मुझे दोस्तियाँ कोई नहीं है." And somebody actually said to me, they were expecting कि पता नहीं, I went to the Versace house in Miami and I had lunch there and I was, a model for Gucci or something. And I said, "No, that's not how it was. I'll tell you how it was. It was one morning when I woke up. I had two babies at the time. One was a toddler and one was a 6-month-old. And I said, the 6-month-old had been up all night. The toddler didn't have breakfast in the morning. Ghar pe driver nahi tha. House staff decided to all wake up. And I was hurtling down Main Boulevard. My hair was in a bun. एक t-shirt पहनी हुई थी जिसके ऊपर एक बच्चे ने उल्टी की हुई थी. मेरा पजामा था जिस पे दूध गिरा हुआ था. And I said, that's when the idea for the book came to me. So that was my reality. And I'd like that to be reflected. I'd like to see that I'm not the only mother who was struggling at what was really a pivotal moment in my career at the time. Now, this is something that Shahrukh mentioned, that it takes a disaster for people to realize what women are really going through, particularly when it comes to maternal health. Now, for a country obsessed with shadi and bachche, there's very little awareness about female care.
You missed a step there.
Ji, बताएं.
There's shadi, then there's sex, and then bachche. So
Achha, we're
people
not
are
going to talk
obsessed.
about that now.
The thing is that they are, right?
Family planning is not an
Exactly,
issue.
not talked
Absolutely.
About,
There is.
Talk about it, but not say the word.
They
right?
don't say the word, and you're thinking these are real issues. I mean, going to a gynecologist, for example, is not something that's represented in the media, And again, it is the work that SDSM, Safe Delivery, Safe Mother did, where you also raised funds and you distributed maternal health care during the time of the natural disaster, was again seen as something like, आप लोग क्या वाहियात काम कर रहे हो? ओ भाई, आपकी औलाद कहाँ से आती है? So how did you tackle that? Because I know communication on social media can be volatile. You can put up a picture of a maternal health care kit, and people would immediately turn around and say, why you don't put up something nice? And you're like, this is nice. This is nice. What's wrong with this? But how did you deal with that? I mean, कोई backlash का आप लोगों को डर था?
Hello. So again, थोड़ा सा cultural sensitivities को देख के we do a lot of these projects. So for the flood project, we did a lot of we sent a lot of aid with regards to menstrual health, even post-delivery kits हमने भेजी. The way we basically took it was to involve the community. So we had probably 100+ volunteers who were working with us, packing all those kits. So when they were part of the solution, they were also working as advocates for us. So they were the same boys, girls who were helping us put all those kits in order and then going and distributing them one by one. So you were just mentioning about family planning. This is also a big part of what we do. So we got a very big organization ready to support us for a family planning large media campaign. And then we reached out to PTV, the information minister, and she was like all happy that something's finally happening. But when we shared the content, she was like, this can't run in Pakistan. So that particular donor, funder just backed off. And again, what we are talking about is very essential, very basic things. So then what we decided that maybe we can have some sort of like a mellow down campaign that we can use over social media. So again, with these leading platforms, what we can do is come up with some sort of activities, campaigns that could be more organic, and then again the message could be delivered in the same way. But your question and the concern is every time we face this, that how we present a very real idea in a way that it doesn't create a lot of issue.
Now, I just want everyone here to take a moment to appreciate what Irtaza as a male is saying, that cultural sensitivities ka aapko ehsaas karna padta hai. And this is something that I've also said, and Shahrukh, perhaps you relate to this as a female journalist. Not that I'm taking away, Huma or Noreen, your experience as well, but in Shahrukh's case, she's an on-ground reporter. And this is something that we face as women. It doesn't matter आप किस socio-economic तबके के हो, आप बाहर से पढ़े हो, locally पढ़े हो, कहीं से भी नहीं हो, अगर आप एक औरत हो, if you identify as a female, the work experience is the same. It's just that we face different obstacles at different stages of our lives, right? So now when I go out as a reporter, मुझे परवाह नहीं होती कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, but I've also been there, and I'm certain all three of you ladies have been there, when you step out of the office and your first thing is like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this, right? And Shahrukh, I want to hear from you that when it comes to cultural sensitivities as a reporter on ground, you know, how do you find it? I mean, how easy is it for you to navigate the environment? You go into a room full of reporters and suddenly you're seeing, acha, ladies aa gayi hain, and you're like, huh? And then immediately you're dismissed. Ki aap to, you know, ladies hain, as they say. To aap ladies hain, aapko to kya, aapke kaam ki value hi koi nahi hoti. And you're like, actually, no, that's not true. How do you find that?
Yeah, I remember the first time this happened was I was very much interested in covering protests. And I was working in a local newsroom, and I went to my boss and I was like, I wanna go cover this protest. And he was like, no, I think you should go cover the weather broadcast. That's what women are like, wo acha lagta hai. Khawateen weather ka, mausam ka bata rahi, to wo acha lagta hai. Let the protest thing, the guys should do it. I was like, why? Like, why can't a woman go and cover a protest? And then I joined, things are not changing in local newsrooms, unfortunately. I really tried hard, but no. And then I switched to an international organization, and that's when I realized that there is inclusivity. We did not have more women at AFP, but now we do. And ज़्यादा ख़वातीन newsroom में होने से ये होता है कि you focus on women-related stories as well. And it's important to have women reporters to focus, like I said before, to focus on problems and human-related stories that are related to women. And I think women reporters should fight back. That's how change comes. अगर आपको कोई कह दे हाँ ladies जो हैं वो protest cover नहीं कर सकती, just fight back and say no. I'm going to go cover this protest, and I'm going to show you how it's done in a proper way as well.
Absolutely, more power to you. Now, this is really interesting because just ties in what Noreen was saying, and Huma, I'm just going to ask your opinion on this as well. Noreen, you just said that where you work, you have a female CEO, female, all these women, but what Shahrukh is saying, women related, women representing women-led stories. क्या फर्क पड़ता है when women are in power? Does it change what you're churning out in terms of work? If you have women in positions of power and higher level representation?
I think if I get a favor as a woman,
women being in positions of power where they finally make decision making, they're finally shaping the narrative, so to speak. Yeah. Does it really make that much of a difference in terms of the content that's being put out? Yeah, the structure is still the same, right?
I think it does. It does, because I don't think men can ever understand what women go through on a daily basis. You know, they cannot really, so they can know, I don't think a man actually knows a woman entirely, again, it's a very complicated thing, but it does make a difference because only I can tell how I, you know, manage the work-life balance and what I go through every day as a working mother. I don't think a man can relate, so obviously it does make a difference. And so exactly what she said, that we need to have more female reporters so that we can focus on subjects that highlight the atrocities जो औरतों पर हो रही हैं, we can talk more about it. And likewise, लेकिन आपको मैं personal आपको बताती हूँ, and I'm going to name the brand, पर हम board room में बैठे थे और कोई concept ऐसा था जो थोड़ा female led था, where the man was, you know, supporting the wife, उसका after marriage वो कोई चाय बनानी थी and whatever it was like, and उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया ये
Out there.
हाँ ये बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, नहीं अब वो कैसे थोड़ा तो बंदे को वो वापस लाओ ना औरत को अपने रोल में कि वो ही नो
Please relax करने दें आप हमारे मर्दों को.
है ना, क्योंकि मतलब वो ऐसे तो नहीं ना हो सकता कि सो वी वर लाइक, एंड देन वो ये भी सुनने को मिलता है कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा जब इस तरह के कॉन्सेप्ट हो के हाँ अब बहुत ज़्यादा औरतें ही आ गई हैं इस प्रोजेक्ट पर ना, तो वो एक ही तरह की बात कर रही हैं, तो नो वंस गोइंग टू क्वेश्चन द मैन. एंड नो मेरे घर में ना व्हेन आई एम वर्किंग ऑन कॉन्सेप्ट्स, तो मैं बहुत आई मेक श्योर कि कुछ तो ऐसा हो कि मियाँ ही कर रहे हैं. तो ना माई हस्बैंड इज़ अ बिजनेस मैन, और लेकिन मैं बॉदर करती रहती हूँ उन्हें कि उन्हें मुझे नंबर्स का नहीं पता, उन्हें क्रिएटिविटी का नहीं, बट आई की बॉदरिंग कि मैंने ये कॉन्सेप्ट लिखना. तो हमेशा कहते हैं यार तुम हमेशा मर्दों बेचारों को क्यों वो ही कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ करे. मैंने कहा क्योंकि किसी को तो बात करनी है, बिकॉज यू नो मेल प्रिविलेज तो है ना, दे डोंट हैव टू जस्टिफाई एनीथिंग. लाइक उनकी पढ़ाई शादी के बाद अगर हो रही है तो उनको तो सपोर्ट मिलेगी घर से, इट्स अ गिवन.
Huma, what are your thoughts on this?
It would, you know, we had Atya and we had Hira, and I got married while I was in BBD, and I got pregnant, and वो पूरी pregnancy में waddle करती हूँ. Alhamdulillah, I had a very easy pregnancy as well. So I was working. Like my GM was, you need supportive men as well, like in boardrooms, right? So he was like, you're gonna have a kid in my agency. Get out. Like he was literally like, stop working, go. And I was like, घर जाके मुझे हर दर्द महसूस होता है. So let me work. And उस time पे हमने bridal uniform किया था, where we made the little girl walk on the ramp. And fashion show tha. It was the biggest fashion show. And I remember Ali Rez is also one of my really good mentors and, you know, supportive. And he called me and he said, I was on my 9th month. He's like, Huma, if you come and you get into labor, Sara viewpoint tum pe focus shift ho jayega. So just watch it live, please. And I remember ke usi time pe Trucka Child Finder, after the baby I had, the management changed. And now here's where you go towards a patriarchal mindset, who's leading this agency, right? And we had to go to Islamabad, and I told Ali, I'm going to take my daughter with me. My husband's already there, so we're going to go. The GM kept saying, tum guest house mein rahogi. And you know, as brands, aapke guest houses, kis ke liye, kya use hote, they're not safe for women traveling, right? So I took a stand. I was like, I'm not going to go. So he's like, okay, then you're not going to be part of this campaign. I've done the groundwork, right? This is just the execution. And I'm like, and Arslan's like, koi baat nahi, you know, I'll stay with you. I was like, no, that's not the point. The point is that this is an international agency. They need to take accountability. Khuda na khasta, mujhe kuch hota hai, bachchi ko kuch hota hai. Ye kya karenge? So I took a stand, and I remember Friday night we had to travel. Saturday ko humne execute karna tha, wahi adde pe khade hoke. And Friday night I get a call from Ali Rez. He's like, I've spoken to New York office and it's been approved, और तुम Serena में रह रही हो. और मेरे साथ जो client servicing का boy था वो कहता ये आपने अच्छा नहीं किया. मैं उस guest house में रह रहा हूँ, उसकी टूटी हाथ में आ गई मेरे पास. So I invited him to my hotel. I was like, come and stay. I have no issues. It's just the fact that when a woman is traveling, you have to take. And it's not just that. Here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. ना एक दफा हो गया, but दूसरी दफा फिर हुआ था मेरे साथ. In not the same firm. It was the same thing. Two women were traveling for a shoot, and we were told to live somewhere near a train station के पास जो hotel होते हैं ना. And I'm from Karachi, so I know this hotel is not good. And I, throughout the flight, वो एक project manager थी, मैंने कि तुम नहीं उधर रहोगी. You go, stay with me at my cousin's house. But you cannot. It is so unsafe. एंड देन वी एंडेड अप गोइंग टू मोवेनपिक और वहाँ पे किया सब कुछ है। और वो जो साहब थे ना वो बहुत बड़े हैं, मतलब उनका नाम सबको ही पता है, बट वो मुझे शूट पर आके टॉन्ट मार रहे थे, ओ ये तो बहुत हाई मेंटेनेंस है। एंड आई हैड माई गर्ल स्क्वाड एंड अ लॉट ऑफ सपोर्टिव गाइज एज वेल हुज लाइक हाँ तो इसी वजह से वो इतनी अवार्ड विनर भी हैं और सब कुछ हैं, तो इतना तो हक बनता है, यहाँ एक आदमी बैठा होता तो आप चिल बैठे होते, यू नो। सो आई डू सी दैट patriarchal minds and I do see the unsafe spaces that they make for women, you know, where, like she said, the senior women give you that safe space to voice your opinion out. And also to your point कि इस fight का क्या फ़ायदा होगा? My mother says that. क्यों कर रही हो? रहने दो, नौकरी चली जाएगी या कुछ। When I was, you know, I'd be like, Ammi, it's not for me. It's for the next generation of girls that are going to step into this field. At least उनको याद रहेगा कि यार किसी ने हमें टक्कर दी थी। So उनको भी सबक सिखाना है, खुद भी सीख लेना है।
नहीं, बिल्कुल कतरा कतरा दरिया ही बनता है। And one of the things that I also sort of wonder when we talk about progress, right? And Irtaza, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. is कि जब भी हम बात करते हैं ख़वातीन के आगे बढ़ने की या औरतें या बच्चियां जो आगे कर रही होती हैं, हम उनको एक गुर्बत के लेंस से देखते हैं। Now, I find this frustrating because I don't find this representative at all. Pakistan right now has, I think, the largest segment of what it can be termed, politically speaking, of lower middle class people, right? So when you see these development sector campaigns, or when you see कि, you know, बच्ची को पढ़ाना, घर घराना, या, you know, दो बच्चे सबसे अच्छे, or some of those things, they always show a poor household. And I find this so derogatory because you're exploiting what really is systemic failure on the state. And I think, what about those people who, jinke gharo mein dono maa baap, urban poverty is also real, right? Why can't you be representative of a segment that forms majority of Pakistan, who are unable to break through the class ceiling, but they're up against it, they're being squashed. But they've also, you know, there has been social mobility as well, right? I mean, I will readily admit that I come from a rural background, right? My mother grew up in poverty, but there has been social mobility as well. And I don't see my mother's story ever being represented anywhere at all. This is a woman who used to go to school on a tonga, and yet she put herself through school, got 2 degrees, and now I see her as a member of society, and I think, मेरी माँ की कहानी तो कोई नहीं बता रहा. You know, and कितनी और है शहरों में, कितनी और ख़ानदान है इस तरह के. इर्तज़ा, how do you feel development sector में काम करके ये representation अब बहुत हो गई है कि गुर्बत को आप exploit कर करके और फिर on the other hand you have, you know, representation of well-to-do families. You know, ये बीच वाला हम कहाँ चले गए हैं? ना हमारी कहानियाँ हैं, ना हमारी visual representation है, कुछ भी नहीं है. And Shahrukh, I'd like to know your thoughts on this as well. You want to take mine?
Hello. So, very interestingly, जो problems हम जिनके साथ deal करते हैं ना, these are the same across the board. So I was just mentioning her that even if you go to the most posh areas of Lahore and you talk to these girls about family planning, about childbirth and everything, the underlying issues are the same. बात वो ये कि a lot of these issues, a lot of these things have been stereotyped, तो आपके लिए बहुत easy होता है, again, to sell it to your funders, donors, as well as to the common population, कि वो चीज़ relatability है. But the underlying issues are the same across the board. Again, because of social media, because of globalization, because of the sort of like new generation coming in, a lot of these stereotypes are being challenged. जहाँ पे a lot of the girls that we see in a lot of campaigns says that we are also part of the same problem or we have faced similar things. कभी भी आप देखें कोई नई चीज़ आती है, so a lot of girls are now speaking up कि we went through the same thing, whether it's a harassment issue, whether there was a, let's say, a guy who was some sort of like highlighted for some sort of like harassment issue. We have seen a lot of those examples in the recent years, where a lot of girls literally spoke up. So again, because of the change of the medium, things are changing, but the underlying problems are the same.
Yeah, I think I agree with Irtiza. Educated women and uneducated women kind of have the same problems in Pakistan. And like he said, and also I think that it's very important when you're on ground reporting, आप हर segment को touch करें. So I don't know about like the advertisement industry, but when I'm going out as a reporter, I try to focus on women from the upper class, उनके क्या problems हैं, middle class, उनके क्या problems हैं, and then to the lower class, to women who are living in villages. So I personally try to focus on stories जो कि हर women from all walks of life can be heard through my stories. So I was once working on this story on Rishta aunties and dating apps, and I interviewed women from the upper class and from the lower class and the middle class. And जिस तरह इर्तिज़ा ने कहा, तीनों के वही problems थे from the process of the process of matchmaking. So yeah, I agree. It's important to have all voices from all classes, और उनकी बात जो है वो audience तक पहुंचाना ज़रूरी है.
Noreen, Huma.
You know, एक बात हुई थी यहाँ पे कि sensitive topics पे बात नहीं होती, but and you would know this as well. Nike का campaign launch हुआ था Saudi Arab में. Now Saudi Arab is rebranding itself, right? Like वो दिखा रहे हैं कि औरतें ये कर रही हैं, और वो नाइकी का कैंपेन इतना खूबसूरत था क्योंकि उसमें वो है ना एक ज़ोर से अम्मी की आवाज़ आती है, फातिमा, और वो फातिमा जो है ना एक वो जो उनका अटायर है उसमें वो स्केटबोर्ड करती हुई जा रही होती है, और पूरा उसमें वो यही था कि माएँ चीख रही हैं आलिया, और आलिया बैकग्राउंड में आलिया कुछ अपना फुटबॉल खेल रही है, कुछ देर ऑल इन दैट वो जो कल्चरली सेंसिटिव एनवायरनमेंट था उसमें थे. और एंड में उसकी एक बात आती है कि सब माएँ हमें रोकती हैं कि मत करो, बट अगर हमने कर लिया तो, और इस बात पे वो छोड़ देते अपना ऐड कि यू नो, एंड दैट इज़ सो ह्यूज फॉर एन ऑडियंस लाइक सऊदी अरब टू से कि अगर लड़कियों ने कर लिया तो, मतलब सोचो तो सही, हो तो सकता है. So there is that cultural sensitivity. I look at all these international campaigns that have pushed that cultural sensitivity without being, you know, बदतमीज़ होना या आप उस तरीके से, but आप कर सकते हैं challenge इन चीज़ों को, और वो अब you can see what Saudi Arab is now. This was बिल्कुल at the start of it when it started, right?
Absolutely. I remember that campaign. It was a beautiful campaign. I think globally बहुत ऐसी campaigns आए हैं who have challenged the norms, and हमारी सोसाइटी का इशू ये like a girl campaign थी, which was a very nice campaign, and then turn your back campaign. तो so this another thing that comes to my mind, एक तो हम already we were dealing with stereotypes जो ख़वातीन के बन गई हैं, और advertising जो है वो उसको perpetuate कर ही रहा है, और media भी. And then we have these social media जो influencers हैं, and we get these filters. तो हम जितना उससे निकलना चाह रहे हैं हम उतना ही उसके अंदर चले गए हैं. अब तो हम अपनी असली शक्ल देखना ही नहीं चाहते यार. So we can't look at ourselves without any filter. जो हमारे like even the kids, हमारे teenagers, they're using filters because they don't like the way they look. Yeah. So that's the thing. So that's one thing. And पाकिस्तान में तो जो ख़वातीन का I'm saying again portrayal जो है ना, I don't think that's going to change in the near future. Objectification रहेगी. I mean I remember वो टाइम जब टेलकोस के ऐड आते थे, और हमारा पता नहीं है प्रिंट का तो दौर नहीं रहा, बट आई रिमेंबर दैट जब जैज़ का नरगिस फ़खरी का पूरा सेंटर पेज में एक कंट्रोवर्शियल उसका एक यू नो पोज में पिक्चर आती थी. सो अभी भी वी सी वुमेन इन दीज एड्स ऑफ कार्स एंड मोबाइल्स when you know, and what are they doing there? They are used as props because वो बिल्कुल clueless होती हैं कि इसको इस्तेमाल कैसे करना है, मतलब they don't know about, but they are there.
Yeah.
So basically तो आप patriarchal mindset को ही please कर रहे हैं ना, because they want to see women as docile and aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So
and you know when सेठ वाली बात आती है, ये बात आती है कि भाई numbers नहीं है, numbers don't add up. I always take you know like some numbers from these social media groups like Facebook groups, Soul Sisters is one, you know, there's a lot of groups where women found some space, safe space, and the stories we've all read, right? They found a safe space जहाँ पे उन्होंने बात करनी शुरू की.
Because पता है क्या, ये बहुत अच्छा हुआ है कि डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स जहाँ फ़ायदे हैं वहाँ नुकसानात भी हैं, पर फ़ायदा ये हुआ है कि इसमें कोई कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. एंड सिंस देयर इज़ नो कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट अटैच्ड टू इट, यहाँ रिस्ट्रिक्शंस कम हैं, एंड women, we see women expressing themselves in and they, talking about their problems more freely, क्योंकि advertising में तो वो हो नहीं सकता. There's a script, there's a budget attached to it. वही बात है, commercial interest है. And I think government can play a pivotal role in that.
Massive role.
The role of the state
Yeah.
is extremely important, and I just think that, you know, when we talk about all of these issues, कई दफ़ा लगता है कि we haven't made progress. But I come from an era जहाँ पे I remember seeing a cartoon of a monkey selling Dentonic powder. So I'd rather have women on
That.
screen than be represented by a monkey. So
Yeah.
now we're towards the end of the session, and I'm just going to open up the floor to any questions from the audience. Anybody who might have anything they want to ask our panelists, now's your chance. Yes, please, इनको माइक दे दीजिएगा प्लीज. And guys, please feel free to answer. No.
ओके हेलो. अच्छा, आपकी सारी कॉन्वर्सेशन सुनते हुए मेरे माइंड में बस एक एक्सपीरियंस वाज कमिंग जो अभी कल रात ही हुआ. एंड आई वाज सिटिंग विद माय हाला. शी मस्ट बी 35 years old. शी हैज़ 3 daughters. और आई वाज शेयरिंग हाउ माई फादर शोज़ हिज लव एंड केयर टू मी. और फजर टाइम वो रोज़ इतने प्यार से रोज़ नए नए तरीके ढूंढते हैं हमें उठाने के लिए कि हम नींद से डिस्टर्ब भी ना और नमाज भी पढ़ने उठ के. तो वी वर लाफिंग एंड देन शी सडनली सेड के इनको मिले ना, उनके हस्बैंड का नेम है अबूज़र जैसा बाब, एक आवाज़ ही काफ़ी होती है. एंड देन आई वाज लाइक हाउ इज़ दिस ओके के. एंड शी वाज डिफेंडिंग हिम लाइक के वो मेरा आखिरी सहारा है कि अगर बच्चे मेरी बात नहीं मान रहे हैं. और वो तीनों बच्ची हैं एंड सबसे बड़ी आएगी 60 साल की होगी. तो वो आखिरी सहारा है कि उसका गुस्से वाला नेचर विल हेल्प हर टू कंट्रोल हर डॉटर्स. एंड वहाँ पे आई जस्ट डिडंट फेल्ट इट राइट कि हाउ इज़ दिस इवन राइट कि अगर आपकी बच्चियाँ आपसे कंट्रोल नहीं, लेकिन उनकी एज है, शरारतें करेंगी. लेकिन वो उसको दूसरी सेंस में भी कह रहे थे कि वंस दे विल गेट ओल्डर तो फादर का इस लेवल तक स्ट्रिक्ट होना, उनसे गुस्से से बात करना इज़ ओके. इट विल हेल्प हर टू तरबियत में उनको फॉर्म करने में मदद करेगा.
To be more disciplined in life. वो ज़िंदगी को
उनको लगता है कि वो इस तरह गलत कामों में नहीं पड़ेंगी. एंड देन आई डोंट नो व्हाई आई जस्ट बिकेम सो बोल्ड एंड आई वाज लाइक कि नहीं तो क्या कर लेंगी वो, अगर वो उनसे इस तरह बात करेंगी. आपको अपनी तरबियत पे भरोसा नहीं है कि आपकी ही बच्ची हैं, वो आगे जाके कुछ नहीं करेंगी. एंड देन शी इज़ लाइक नहीं, काबूज नहीं रहती, हाथ से निकल जाती हैं. एंड आई वाज लाइक क्या ही कर लेंगी.
ये खौफ होता है ना, ये माशरे से आता है ख़ास तौर पे जो आपने जो बात की ना कि क्या गलत काम करेंगी, कि विल दे एवर रियलाइज व्हाट you know just was said here, will they ever realize their potential. So over to the panelists, and I think ये खातून का एक सवाल भी था. Sorry, I'll just let you guys answer first, and then Sonia will come to you.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
So,
इर्तिज़ा, आप भी ज़रा बताइएगा as a father कि आपके क्या ख्यालात हैं. Sharook, you too.
Sure.
No, please, Noreen, go ahead.
So I think advertising से ज़्यादा ये ज़िंदगी के तजर्बे और ज़िंदगी को लेकर सवाल ज़्यादा एप्ट है. अच्छा, पता है हमारा अलमिया क्या है कि हमारी जो पेरेंट्स और आगे जो है ना, वो हम सब जनरेशनल ट्रॉमा कैरी करते हुए जा रहे हैं. So बहुत कुछ है कहने को, पता है, और आज अच्छा है दैट वी हैव गॉटन द प्लेटफॉर्म. सो हम जनरेशनल ट्रॉमा लेकर चल रहे हैं. तो हमारे साथ जैसा सलूक हुआ वैसा ही हम आगे बच्चों के साथ कर रहे हैं. और इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है कि एक सक्सेसफुल बेटी, एक सक्सेसफुल औरत के पीछे एक सपोर्टिव बाप होता है. एंड फादर्स नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. वो वैलिडेशन जो वो ज़िंदगी में आगे जाकर इधर उधर ढूंढती हैं और उसमें लगी रहती हैं और फिर भी सुकून नहीं मिलता, वो वैलिडेशन सबसे पहले आपके वालिद की तरफ से आपको आना चाहिए. तो आप ज़िंदगी में यू नो व्हेन यू गेट दैट सपोर्ट, एंड इट्स नॉट अबाउट फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट, इट्स द इमोशनल सपोर्ट. आप पे यकीन रखना, भरोसा रखना, दैट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग. उसके बाद अगर आप अपनी बेटी को ये कॉन्फिडेंस दे रहे हैं ना, तो वो कोई गलत कामों में पड़ेगी ही नहीं. सो
एंड लाइफ दो चीज़ें हैं. एक तो ये कि हमारे बड़ों का ये था कि जो बड़े कह रहे हैं वो सही है, हम चैलेंजर्स हैं, हम बोलते हैं लेकिन ये सही नहीं लग रहा मुझे. तो वो होता है कि बदतमीज़ी कर रही हो, पर मैं बदतमीज़ी नहीं कर रही हूँ, मेरी एक अपना सच है और मुझे नहीं लग रहा ये सही है. So now the next generation of our children, we're teaching them question. पूछो हमसे. जहाँ हमें गलती रहेगी हम माफ़ी भी मांगेंगे क्योंकि we're all humans, हम भी माँ बाप कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो एक बात तो ये आ गई और दूसरी बात जहाँ पे आता है कि भाई बच्ची बिगड़ जाएगी. क्यों आपने ज़िंदगी में कोई गलतियाँ नहीं की हैं? आप इतने दूध के मतलब हर किसी ने गलतियाँ की और गलतियाँ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू लर्न इन योर लाइफ. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हमारे पेरेंट्स हम लोग को कहते हैं कि गलती तो हुई नहीं है और ना तुम कर सकती हो. सो फिर हम सीखेंगे कैसे, हम बड़े कैसे होंगे? यू नो, आई थिंक दैट इज़ वेरी.
पता है इसमें मैं I'd like to add something. मैंने एक रिसर्च पढ़ी थी that said कि the loudest kids are the happiest ones. You know why? क्योंकि उनके पेरेंट्स ने उनको इतनी परमिशन दी हुई है कि वो एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं अपनी ओपिनियन. वन थिंग. और दूसरी ये कि हम जो मिलेनियल पेरेंट्स हैं ना, आई थिंक वो हम जैसे बात करते हैं कि हमने अपने माँ बाप की भी सुनी और हम अपनी औलाद की भी सुन रहे हैं. तो ये बात है कि हम अपने माँ बाप के आगे भी नहीं बता सके कि अम्मी बुरा लगा आपने ये कहा ना, और अपने बच्चों को भी समझ रहे हैं कि नहीं बेटा तुम्हें बुरा लग सकता है. तो लेकिन मुझे लगता है हम जनरेशनल ट्रॉमा का कर्स जो है वो आप हमारी जनरेशन वो ब्रेक कर रही है.
Yeah, agreed.
जी शरू, please go ahead.
I completely agree with what you just said कि बोलने से, सवाल करने से generational trauma का जो cycle है वो break होता है. And I think वो बहुत ज़रूरी है for the younger generation to do and for the parents generation to, you know, just stop it right there and then. और हर बात पे कह देना नहीं तुम्हें गलती करने की इजाज़त नहीं है, नहीं तुम्हें बोलने की इजाज़त नहीं है. It's just, yeah, that's all what I'll say.
इर्तज़ा, have you got?
So, मेरा तो पहला क्वेश्चन.
नहीं बोलो बोलो, sorry. अच्छा वो.
सो पहली बात तो ये है कि इस तरह एविडेंस के डांट डपट के वो बच्ची काबू में आ जाएगी कि नहीं आएगी. सो द इशू है कि जिस तरह ऑल द पैनलिस्ट सेड कि हमारे पेरेंट्स ने हमेशा डांट डपट के ही कंट्रोल किया. सो दे थिंक दैट इज़ द वे फॉरवर्ड विच माइट नॉट बी द ट्रू. सो अगेन वी शुड बी चैलेंजिंग, क्वेश्चनिंग दीज थिंग. जिस तरह आपने क्वेश्चन किया कि क्या वाकई में आपकी बाकी जो तरबियत है वो इतनी वीक है कि यू नीड टू क्या कहते हैं हैव अ वेरी हार्ड और स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टांस टू कंट्रोल सॉर्ट ऑफ देम.
Sonia.
Yeah, I have a quick question and a couple of comments. My question is, how did you guys get into your individual fields? Did you have support? Did you have to fight for anything at all? And since this is how media shapes gender, etc., I'm watching this drama on Green Channel, Iqtidar, these days, and the male lead is very problematic. Unfortunately, there seems to be across the channels a narrative of second marriages being okay, pushed onto everyone, and I don't know how that's shaping anyone. But what I find interesting about Iqtidar is that, at least for me, the first time I'm seeing a strong female lead, and strong insofar that someone says her fiancé threatens her that he's going to break her engagement. She throws the ring on his face and says, you know, back at you. Same with her husband who threatens her with divorce, and she says, I'll divorce you. You know, so I think this is an excellent representation of female empowerment rather than just talk. You know, but her mother keeps telling her, chup ho jao, chup ho jao. So we see those dynamics between parents who are not empowering versus younger generations or women, even older generations being empowering. I come from an older generation. I was the black sheep in my family. It takes tremendous, tremendous courage and resilience to stand up to family members at any generation, because then at the end of the day, it depends on the family you come from, right? You can come from a somewhat supportive family or a family willing to listen to you, or you can come from a family that is going to beat you up and do all sorts of things to silence you. So back to my original question, which how did you guys get into your particular fields, especially with those of you who report on the ground? And did you get support, or did you have to forge your own ways? Thank you.
Sharu, you want to start off?
How I got into journalism. I was in university and I just loved to write. The thrill that comes with on-ground reporting and breaking news, that's what I loved. And most importantly, being a voice for the voiceless is why I love what I do and why I got into journalism. When it comes to support, my family did support me somehow, especially my brother who's here to listen to me speak with his wife. So yeah, I think like someone said in the panel that having a male figure in your family who supports you is very important. एंड जैसे कि कहा जाता है कि मीडिया में औरत का जाना वो औरत ख़राब है, बिगड़ जाएगी, रात को लेट आती है एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट. एंड आई थिंक it takes a man for a woman to be strong. It's one of the factors that's very important. So I think I had the support of my brother. So yeah, that's how I tell stories and I do my job.
इर्तिज़ा,
It's like,
चलो चलो कोई बात नहीं, ये तो टोकन मेल है, कर लो पहले, कोई बात नहीं. You're outnumbered here.
again, so I'll talk about like again my sister, my daughter, my wife. So वही बात है कि the premise is कि we all have to prosper, not just economically, but अभी जितना exposure, जितनी globalization है ना, even like I'll give you a very basic example. बच्चे का school select करना ना is now a very big thing where you need to be like aware of what are the future challenges. So I was just speaking with one of the exam set for British Council day before yesterday. I had a question that, do you think IB is going to be the way forward or the GCSE? So again, a lot of these questions require you to be part of it. And my wife and the females in my family, Alhamdulillah, they have been super empowered. They have been have been exposed to a lot of these knowledge and information that they have been able to shape my kids and other young members of my family in a very positive way.
Okay, so how did I get into the field? तो शुरू से ही I was very fond of writing and I used to write stories and poems. तो मुझे पता था कि मुझे creative field में ही जाना है. But at that time, 18, 20 years back, mass communication was a very new field. तो उसमें in that case जब एक cliched profession में ना जाने के लिए my parents were supportive of the fact कि जहाँ जाना है, yes you can like do your degree and get your degree in whatever subject you want. और फिर शादी हो गई, masters किया तो. So I started my working after I got married. So in that case I was blessed and I was very lucky कि मुझे my husband was supportive and my in-laws were supportive और कभी कोई दूसरा सवाल ही नहीं आया. And what was the second question? What was the other? There was another question as well.
The being portrayed on TV उस तरीके.
हाँ, but then again वही वाली बात है ना कि हमारे dramas में they're going to show what sells. अब ये एक बहुत debate है कि creators they produce content based on what the audience wants and audience कहती है कि हमें जो दिखाया जाता है हम तो वही देखेंगे ना भाई. So ये एक debate है.
Oxymoron,
Yeah.
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 Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So we need brave people in the industry who are willing to take up that challenge and produce something that's Honestly, मैं तो चाहती हूँ, I wish कि एक ऐसा time आए हम ये ना कहें कि उन्होंने कुछ different काम किया, हम ये कहें it's a given यार. When that becomes the norm, I think that's what we all aspire to.
With me, I'm the blackest sheep of my family, literally. Okay, I have a lot of Gore cousins, and it's just me and this other cousin of mine. We were like, थोड़ा सा grandparent races थे हमारे. And I chose to go into a family which was extremely liberal because I was like, hey, bhai, mujhe bhagna hai irse. So I'm more comfortable with my in-laws as compared to at my house. Like, लोग होते हैं ना लड़कियां घर अपने जाती हैं तो स्लीवलेस पहन रही होती जो भी पहन रही होती मैं अपने ससुराल जाती हूँ स्लीवलेस पहन के और मैं अपने घर पे फुल स्लीव्स पहन कर आती हूँ तो आई एम दैट सो फॉर मी राइट नाउ लाइक if I could be like you in the next 5-6 years, I think that's a huge, I think I'll be doing really well, right? And honestly, landing in NCA was by chance. My parents, my dad is a mechanical engineer, my mom is a psychologist, BA psychology में. तो वो आर्ट का कोई कीड़ा नहीं था. But this teacher of mine saw something in me and she made me go through it in O levels. And from there, it was just by chance I ended up. NC was a joke to me कि हाँ हम भी एक दिन NC जाएंगे. ha. It happened. And NCA का यही होता है आप 4 साल दीवार से लग जाओ आप कुछ ना कुछ बन के ज़रूर निकलते हो. So I got out of that. I didn't know I wanted to go in advertising, but again, BBTO just happened. कुछ होता है, अल्लाह का भी होता है कि आपको वो जगहें दे देता है जहाँ पे आपका पाथ होता है. And from there onwards, मुझे अपने बीच में होता है, आपकी भी स्टोरी में होता है कि कहीं ना कहीं शादी होने वाली होती है या बॉयफ्रेंड का कोई होता है, कुछ होता है कि फिर मैं सोचती हूँ कि यार अगर मेरे साथ वही जो मिस्टेक्स की बात हो रही थी एक लेडी से, कि वो गलती ना होती, मैं इस जगह नहीं बैठी होती. वो मेरी गलतियाँ हैं और मेहनत है ऑब्वियसली टू गेट आउट ऑफ दोज गलतीज एंड टर्न अराउंड एंड लुक बैक है यार ये गलती मेरी थी और आई शुड नॉट डू दिस एनी मोर. वो वजह है कि मैं यहाँ बैठी हुई हूँ या कहीं पे भी बैठी हूँ. वरना तो अगर बिल्कुल साफ होते तो आप कहीं पे भी नहीं, मतलब what's the point of this life if you don't make mistakes and don't learn from them, you know?
Do you really want to know?
I do.
Do you really want to know? But we have... Yes.
So many women lack agency, and I think that's where it comes and goes, right? Because you talked about regrets. Your regrets, if they're of your own making, your own decisions, you can live with them and you can learn from them and go forward. But so many women, when it comes to being emotionally manipulated into marriages, or remaining in marriages which aren't good, or having to listen to parents who don't endorse their dreams, their whatever, and often that happens for men also. Man wants to do something, he's told, no, you have to provide. Anyway, you know, so I think what our culture really does need to focus on is being able to give everyone, all genders,
I think it'll
agency.
take time for our culture to ultimately change. No, we have to let them in. Thank you so much for everyone for being here, for hearing us out, and for our wonderful panelists for being so vocal. It really makes a difference. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was an amazing experience, yeah.